What's up? What's good? It's your boy, Tommy Springfield, aka the king of all things related to talk TV, radio, internet, house phones, cell phones, fax machines, emails, text messages, beepers. You heard me. We even talking sign language. You can type a note, tie it to a pincher's leg, send it. We got you beat over there too. I don't care if you in the barbershop or if you in the hair salon. I don't care if you from the hood or the suburbs. It doesn't matter if you talk English or Spanish, Chinese or Japanese. Whatever type of talk you got going on, we got you covered. It's only a few types of talk we don't do over here. That's we don't talk hate. We definitely not pillow talking, and we definitely not talking to law enforcement. If you're new here, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and click all so you can get my unbiased opinion on these videos. But before we get into today's video, I got one question. Can I talk to you? I don't think you heard me. I said, can I talk to you? Today's video, we back on Mr. Roger Bonds, Diddy's ex-bodyguard. Since these charges came out, he's been talking. He was working while it was going on and taking checks, but now he's talking. And in this video, he alleges Kim Porter was beat so bad that Diddy had to fly out a plastic surgeon to fix her nose. Enough of me talking. Let's get into the video.
All right, here we go. Today we have Roger Bonds again, Diddy security from 2003 through 2012. We've done an interview with you before, but a lot of things have happened since that last interview, so I had to bring you back.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so like I said, Sean Perez did an interview with you last time, but we're going to go into a lot more detail.
Now, you heard him. Sean Perez did the interview. Sean Perez is a dude that does the interview on Vlad TV when Vlad thinks it's beneath him. Now that Puffy is big news, now Vlad wants to do the interview.
In terms of everything that happened, because when we did that interview, the Cassie lawsuit hadn't happened, videos weren't released, there were no indictments or whatever else. So there's a lot of holes that we're going to fill in here. So just to kind of give a background, you joined in 2003.
Yeah, 2003.
And before then you were locked up in Rikers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and shout out to my man Tony Yayo. Remember in our interview, he mentioned that you held him down while he was out there.
Yeah, that's my boy right there, no question.
Yeah, that's my man right there, regular guest. Okay, so you get out, and I remember you mentioned this, I think, on the Danza Project, where, you know, these days security's treated a little bit differently. You try to get the guy who's probably law enforcement, maybe a Navy SEAL, or knows how to use weapons and situations. But back then, you know, these guys like Diddy would basically get a street guy who was known that could de-escalate situations with other street guys. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay, and you were that street guy.
Yeah, I was that street guy. You know, that everybody had that. Everybody had the guys around.
Now, real quick, we heard him. I was that street guy. He was proud of it. What happened to being a street guy? Now you out here ratting. Now you out here violating your oath as a street ninja, as a guy that's guarding Diddy. You telling the secrets. You telling all the sauce. Why? Why? Because your son was in prison and he just had to give Cassie 30 mil and he ain't have 30,000 for you? Come on, bro. Stop it. And how is all the... New York take a lot of L's because New York talk all that tough talking they raps, but they got the biggest rats in the world.
Them that they could move around the city without no problems. It wasn't law enforcement back then. Wasn't no cops. It was, if I'm uptown at the Rucker, we're going to use that as a perfect example. Bad Boy had a team at the Rucker. You want to feel comfortable coming up to the Rucker. You want to feel comfortable coming up to Dykeman. And they're not going to respect police like that, but they'll respect, oh, he just came up there with Bond. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, that's the way everybody roll, no matter what city you lived in.
Right, because wasn't it right around that time that
I gotta say this again. I'm so tired of all these bodyguards like him and Gene Bill talking about, I'm a real street dude. I'm really in the streets, and I started this and I did that. But now y'all folding faster than folding chairs. Like, come on. Yo, this is hate. Don't talk hate.
Got killed?
No, Wolf got killed.
Was it 2004?
Like 2005.
2005. Okay, a couple years later.
Yeah.
Was Wolf around during this time?
He was around, but he wasn't around. He was in Atlanta back then.
Right.
Because I remember distinctly Wolf told me, he said, be careful. So I came on basically right after Wolf had left.
Aha.
You know what I'm saying? And one of my friends that just came home from jail doing 10 years for body, and he was with Puff every day. I was with Loon. And then Uncle Paulie asked him one day, yo, who want me to be with you all the time? He said, that's my man Barnes, yo. They did the homework and it came back authentic. And he was like, yo, tell him to come through. And that was the lie. Ever since then, I've been there.
Right. And Paulie was officially Diddy's head of security.
Right. Paulie was the head and Wolf was the head.
Right. And I guess Paulie would be with Puffy in New York. And I remember I used to see the two of them in New York all the time. Like he was right there with Diddy.
Right.
But when he would travel out of town, that's when your job would kick in.
That's when mine would kick in. Yeah. Every time we got back to New York, I was off because we might be out of town for a month, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's when he had the Sean John building uptown. Mm-hmm. So I would be off when we got back.
Okay. So you joined in 2003. By 2005, an incident happened with Kim Porter. Mm-hmm. Now, Kim Porter had been dating Diddy since 1994. They ultimately ended up having 3 kids together. At the time, in 2005, they just had 1 child together, but they had a very tumultuous relationship. I remember Kim did an interview with Essence, and she said that Diddy would call her 50 or 60 times a day. That, you know, she said, it was like my life was not my own. He was very, very intrusive. And I remember I did an interview with the actor Michael Jai White, who was friends, well, his ex was close friends with Kim Porter, right. And they'd be around, and he said that these phone calls would constantly come. They'd be hanging out, having drinks, and suddenly Puffy would call. She would have to go to the other room, argue with him, and so forth.
This was at a time where he was really back and forth, really wanting, I guess, I feel, to get back with her. But it was just chaos surrounding this dude.
With Kim Porter.
Yeah. And we'd all be me, Kim, and my ex at the time, I don't want to mention her name, get her drugged and dragged in.
So, Michael Jai White. No one even can tell you his movies. No one could recite lines from his movies. Glad find these Sambo Negroes who will come on there and say anything about other black folks. This dude has a problem with, oh, he knows someone that knows Bill Cosby. Oh, I know someone that was with R. Kelly. He knows someone or something about every black person that do something wrong, right? Take that into consideration. He got a story about everybody black that does something wrong, right? You know what that tells me, a smart person? He part of all the shit that go wrong. It's a common factor. Oh, you know somebody that know Bill Cosby. Oh, I know somebody that know R. Kelly. Oh, I dated someone that was cool with Diddy. Okay, so you in the circle where the shit happened. You're part of the shit. But now, shit hitting the fan, you out here trying to slander black folks. Nobody don't rock with you. Nobody black don't rock with you. That's why you're on Black TV. Name another podcast this dude go on. I'll wait.
Here. Like, Kim would be on the phone with him a lot.
So there was a situation on a yacht.
Right.
You were there, but you were around.
Right. Definitely.
So what was that situation over?
I can't tell you what the situation was over. I took them to where the yacht came and picked them up at. And Puff said, I don't need no security because it was just personal friends getting on the yacht. And then I picked them up when the yacht came back. And I seen Kim nose taped up. And it was whispers all around the office of everything that happened because his assistants were there and they was talking about it. He tried to say that she hit a table. But everybody in the office and everybody that was immediate around him knew exactly what happened.
Okay. Did you know what the argument was over? Because there was rumors that it was over Shakir Stewart, because she had dated him before, and there was a story at one point. There was a wedding in Italy, L.A. Reid's wedding, and I guess Shakir was dating.
Shakir was there.
Yeah, Shakir was there. He was at the time dating Kim Porter, and they said that, you know, Diddy allegedly broke a chair over Shakir's head, left him bleeding there. He had to have stitches. You know, Diddy threatened that he was going to kill him, and so forth. You know, Shakir ended up committing suicide, you know, later on in 2008. Do you know about this story with Shakir?
I know about the story with Shakir, but I can't validate the hitting with the chair. I know that he definitely had a situation with him because Shakir ended up, I don't know if he was managing Jeezy or heading his career, but everywhere Jeezy went, Shakir was there.
Yeah.
So we would bump.
Shakir, I'm not sure if that's the guy that was down with Latifah and Flavor Unit, and then he just said manage, and I know Latifah and them Flavor Unit, excuse me, do a lot of managing, so I'm not sure. You can look that up. I should have looked it up, or maybe I'll just put a little clip up. And that's crazy that he had an issue with Diddy and allegedly committed suicide. You know, could he be another victim of Diddy? Maybe I'll go down that rabbit hole after.
To him in a couple of times, and Puff would just be on point. You know what I'm saying? Shakir would give me a little look, but never a hard stare. It was like he was scared.
Okay, so there was some sort of tension between the two.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, but the situation happened on the yacht, and Diddy allegedly punched Kim Porter in the nose.
Right.
And her nose was broken. When you picked them up, when they were leaving the yacht, how bad a shape was Kim Porter in?
Kim was basically just quiet. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she was sad. It wasn't like somebody was supposed to look when they came off a vacation on a yacht for a couple of weeks and stuff like that. And she had some tape over her nose.
Okay, and there's actually a picture. This picture here was circling around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that tape over her nose, that was right around that same time.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, she didn't look like she was mangled, but there was definitely something happened to her nose.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I gotta go back to that. So, this is the tape over her nose that we supposed to believe she was beat up on a yacht and had major plastic surgery. That's what we supposed to be buying. That tape right there. That ain't nothing but a bitch that's pretty, because she's definitely a clean and beautiful. God bless her soul. Probably had a pimple and she covered it up. And now we got Vlad TV, the troller of black folks, and we got Roger Bonds, this old school supposedly gangster, throwing out all gangsterism out the window, talking about Diddy. And this is supposed to be the picture where we believe she had surgery, and don't you think she would have bigger bandages than that? Come on, folks. But anyway, who am I? I'm just a dumb black dude from the hood.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, she didn't look like she was mangled, but there was definitely something happened to her nose.
Right.
There was stories that Puff had flown in a plastic surgeon or something like that. You know anything about that?
Yeah, he definitely did.
He flew in a plastic surgeon?
He flew in a plastic surgeon. Good. Puff will fly in whatever you need to cover yourself up. Wow. You know what I'm saying? He's going to fly in your doctors so that he can know. He was controlling when it came to Kim. So he would fly in doctors. Anything that, if anything was wrong with it, that it wouldn't get leaked out, he was able to control the situation.
Yeah, so as you can see, that's their story. They sticking it to it. This is a picture of Kim Porter after she was beat on a yacht and had major plastic surgery, and that's the only band-aid she has on her nose. Stop it, folks. But once again, I'm not a supporter of Diddy. I'm a supporter of stop the nonsense. Stop. All these bodyguards are ruining it for future black bodyguards. And then I gotta hear the black community in a few years say, oh, Hollywood don't hire black bodyguards. Yeah, because they ruining it. But like I always say, if you a supporter of the channel, much love and respect goes out to you. Big salute. And if you out here on that hating stuff, cut this shit.